Well, I'm out here today. Had this Velotric for about a year. I'm out here on the airport road, gonna give it a little ride, see how it goes. Kind of give my thoughts on this bike after having it for about a year and what I think, especially my idea of, would I buy this bike again after having it a year on this Velotric Nomad? And that question is, it kind of depends. And we'll talk about it as I go for a ride. Okay, hopefully you can hear me. It's a bit windy today. It's almost always windy around here. Like I said, I had this bike about a year now. Wanted to give it another review. Would I buy this bike again? Like I said, it depends. I guess really my biggest thing is I'm a mountain biker, and that's where my real love is mountain bikes. And the other e-bikes I have are mountain bikes. More mountain bikes than this. Is this a good bike? Yes, it's a good bike. Has it done what I wanted it to? Yeah. It's been pushed beyond its limits a few times, but it's a good bike. It's an amazing bike. If I was just riding in places like this with hills and places where I wanted to get up a hill in a hurry, this is the bike to have. It's got the power. It'll haul my 340 pounds up a hill like this, no problem at all. I still pedal all the time because I want to get the exercise. That's the reason I got bikes, to get out and get the exercise. But this bike will do it and get me up a lot faster than my other bikes. With the other ones, their mid drives 250 watts versus this 750 watt hub drive. You notice the difference in the power when you go between those bikes. This one has a lot more power, and that's easy to see. The big difference is, though, the difference between the hub drive and the mid drive. With the mid drive, which my other ones are, you can get a lot more power when you need it, and you can control the power a lot better just because of the way it delivers it. It goes through the chain. You can use the gears. If you're going slow, you can control it a lot better. If you're climbing real steep hills, you can gear down and the motor will help you go right up those hills. Where this one, it's all about speed, and it does have the power to get up the hills, but if you're really trying to maneuver over some technical stuff, that speed's not your friend. It becomes something that doesn't help you. And the fact that you don't have the gearing that is working with you on this like it does in mid-drive. But is this a good bike? Absolutely. Is it a bike that I would buy again? I say that all depends on where my riding is and what I was going to do. For another mountain bike, no, this is not a mountain bike. It's a good bike to get around. If I wanted a bike to run around town, if I wanted to go out and ride up and down hills, if I lived in a hilly area and had lots of hills to go up and down all the time, commuting, or just riding around antelope, I would definitely buy a bike like this again. That great bike for what it's designed for. Really gets you out and does a good job. And I'm glad I had it because it's got me out and riding more, and it's got me doing stuff earlier and later into the season than I used to do on my other bikes. So it's a good bike to have around, good second bike, but it would not be my only bike. I am still trying to get my wife to get out on it. Hoping I can get her convinced to get out and give it a try and let her see. I think it is a good bike for that. Somebody that's real hesitant Fat tires are fairly stable. You know, it is easy to control with the throttle. You get tired of pedaling. It has a lot of advantages. So I'm very pleased with this bike. I like it. It's been a good bike. I enjoy riding it. I put just over 200 miles on it in a year, which isn't much. I know a lot of people do a lot more, but that's, you know, I got 3 other bikes I've been riding, so that's why it doesn't have that many miles on it. So it's been one I've been riding a lot, considering. But it's a good bike. Again, the hub drives, they have the advantage of being cheaper than the mid drives. So I know Velotric just released their Summit bike, which is a mountain bike. It is a hub drive, but it does have a torque sensor instead of a cadence sensor, which does change it a little bit than that too. Still has some of the drawbacks of a hub drive. You don't have the power going through the chain, but you know, it depends on how serious mountain biker you are. But it looks like a nice bike, and that motor is plenty powerful to get you up and down and around places. So it looks like it's going to be a good bike. I'd like to have one to ride, but I can't get another one. I just spent my bike budget this year on a used full suspension bike. I'll have to get a review on that when I get a chance, but like I say, this has been a good bike. Velotric makes quality stuff. They do a good job with what they make, and it's been a great bike. I really enjoy it. I'm not regretting my purchase at all, but I've enjoyed it. So it's been a good bike. It wouldn't be my only bike, but it's a good second bike to have, and I enjoy it. Scary how fast this thing gets going down that hill. Well, now you should be able to hear me, but that's about it. That's pretty much my thoughts on this bike. But remember, if I can get out and ride, you can get a ride. Thanks for coming along. If you like this, subscribe and give it a like and comment down below. Thanks for coming along. Have a good day.